Hi, I'm David Alexander, member of the Association for Global New Thought Leadership Council and Senior Minister at New Thought Center for Spiritual Living in Lake Oswego, Oregon. And we just want to send our condolences out to everyone affected by the shooting in Orlando, to know that in this moment of grieving and pain in our country and in our world, it's an opportunity for us to open our hearts, to really look inside and ask some deep questions. Questions not about the other, not about who to blame or who to attack next, but questions about who we are and how we connect with the divine and how we use this tragedy to open our hearts deeper, even still, to more love, more inclusion. Every opportunity, every moment like this is an opportunity for us to respond, either in fear or in hate. So we are calling for all of us to respond in love, to respond in inclusion, to respond to understanding that actions like this come from a broken heart, they come from a painful place, and battling hate does not solve anything. Only love can win in this instance. And so love must be called for by all of us. Peace and blessings.
Hi, I'm Reverend Ken Gordon. I'm the spiritual leader for Centers for Spiritual Living, and I'm also on the Leadership Council of the Association for Global New Thought. And I too join with Dr. David in sending my condolences and my prayers to all of the people, all of the innocents that suffered what they did in Orlando earlier this week. And I agree 100% that love is what's called for. But it's not just love for what happened in Orlando, it's love for the world itself. It's an absolute requirement that we understand that the innocents that are attacked by such an action are innocents that are 7.5 billion of us. That it's really time that we take a stand and we step forward and we refuse to allow this mental health issue to be the only issue that's in front of us. There is no way that we can support any form of terrorism or any form of violence, but the reality of the matter is that there's work for us to do here at home. There's work for us to do within our own self to examine what's happening and what's occurring and really come to grips with the appreciation and the understanding that there's something for us to do. There's some actions that are required and necessary for us to take to make sure that our own citizens and the people that exist within the world that are part of the cultural majority that consciously understand and appreciate what is going on in the world actually have a voice to step forward and say, no more. This cannot happen anymore. This is far too often and far too many times to just be an anomaly or a one-off. This, in fact, is a demonstration and a reflection of a culture issue that we have here. So while we certainly hold the world in our hearts and we hold love as being the answer, we also must take action. We must step forward and do something to make sure this doesn't continue and doesn't happen anymore. This sense of separation that we have and the way that we are beginning to find justifications to legalize discrimination must come to an end. We simply have to step up and start speaking our truth, knowing that the truth that we hold to be resonant is the truth that the vast majority of people on this planet hold to be relevant as well. So peace and blessings. Please know that you're loved and honored, and thank you.
I'm Reverend Temple Hayes on the Leadership Council of the Association of Global New Thought. I'm also the spiritual leader of First Unity Spiritual Campus in St. Petersburg, Florida. In the state of Florida, felt very close to home and with an aching heart regarding the loss and the tragedy of the violence in Orlando. I'm actually here in Prague this evening, and it's a somber kind of feeling around as people have been tuned in to the televisions, viewing and feeling it all over throughout the world, this tremendous loss. There's a great statement that says that things are difficult, therefore people do not dare, when really it's that people do not dare that things are so difficult. I know that's one of the founding missions and ideas of Association of Global New Thought is we continue to search within our hearts, the depths of our soul, as an organization to look for ideas and ideals that we can offer where we are inclusive of engaged spirituality, where we're actually looking for solutions that will bring answers, just so eloquently said by Dr. David and Dr. Ken as well, that our idea at the moment is not to be what we are against, but to really focus on what we are for. It's a time with the depth of our hearts that we do not join the hatred and those things that are working against our planet today, but that we emerge to a greater self within our being. We look within ourselves to say what is ours to do. And more than talk about it, more than write in our journal about it, we actually start taking serious action steps. It's truly time. If one mouse in Orlando can change the way that families come together in happiness, then this tragedy, this incredible tragedy in Orlando can birth, hold that with me, that it can birth a new way in which we look at violence, which we eliminate violence, and that we see a vision large and wide to eliminate these problems. Let's see that ending in peace and with blessings. Namaste.